Hi, welcome to BakeWithMom.com. Every Friday I post a new recipe. My name is Susan, and today we're going to make almond cookies. Hi, welcome to BakeWithMom.com. Every Friday I post a new recipe, and today we're going to make almond cookies. We're going to start with 1 cup of softened butter, and to that we're going to add a cup of sugar. And we want to beat our sugar into it so that it becomes a pale color. Once it's become a nice pale color, we add 1 beaten egg at room temperature. And this is 35 almonds that I have ground in a food processor, and it's about 1/3 of a cup. This is a teaspoon of almond extract. Okay, I'm going to turn this off for a minute. Now over here, I have a teaspoon and a half of baking powder, and we have 2 cups of flour that I already have pre-sifted. We're also going to add 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. So I'm going to sift these together. And now we're going to add it to our batter. Just a little bit at a time. You don't want to add too much because then it'll all fluff up into the air. So we finished mixing our dough, and I'm going to take a 1-gallon Ziploc bag, and I'm going to put half of the dough in the middle, and then I'm going to press it between the sheets of plastic. So you get your dough in your middle, and you spread out so there's not wrinkles, if you can help it, in the plastic. And I'm going to press it first with my hands. Try to make a shape with it. I'm going to press it to about 1/4 of an inch thick, not just a little shy of 1/4 of an inch thick, because I'm going to use a rolling pin to finish off and flatten it. Okay, there we've got it with our fingers. Now I'm going to take my rolling pin and just try to even it out a little bit. So it's a nice flat surface at about 1/4 of an inch thick. Now be sure that you have the sides. We're going to close the Ziploc, get all the air out and close it. But be sure that you have no dough along the sides, because we're going to put this in the freezer for 30 minutes, and you'll see why we want to leave the sides bare, because I'm going to use a scissors to cut it off, pull this back, cut my cookies, and put them on their baking pan. But we're going to put them in the freezer now for 30 minutes. Okay, our dough is out of the freezer now, and it's nice and stiff. And we're going to take a kitchen scissors or any type of scissors and cut down the sides. Not very sharp scissors. There we go. Okay, and now we're going to open it up. And we don't even need any pastry cloth or anything. And here I have some flour and a cookie cutter. And we're going to cut our shapes. You can cut them any shape you want. I'm just using round because that's kind of a traditional for. And this is a lightly greased cookie sheet. It's greased with butter. And I dip my cookie cutter in each time so that the dough hopefully doesn't stick. Okay, I have my pan full now, so we're going to do the next step. First, I'm going to start my oven at 350 degrees. And while that's warming up, we're going to take a beaten egg, and it's a whole egg, it's not just the egg whites. We have a beaten egg here, and I've got a pastry brush. And I'm just going to brush the top of it to give it a golden sheen when it comes out of the oven. And it's okay to use a bristle pastry brush. I have a rubber one I happen to like very much, but a bristle one is just as fine. You just want to be able to brush some egg on your cookies. I'm now going to decorate them with some slivered almonds. Just put some in the middle. I use some sliced and just press those in, and I did the egg wash and then pressed in the sliced almonds. Okay, now we're ready to put them in the oven for 15 minutes. Halfway through though, I'm going to switch the pans. Okay, so it's time for us to switch our pans in the oven. They're getting nice and big. Now the reason we switch the pans, remember, is because we want the tops of the bottom ones to get done and the bottom of the top one rack to get done. So we had to switch them so that they get evenly done on the top and bottom of the cookie. So we're going to set it for another 7 minutes and 30 seconds, and then we'll get to have a taste test. Okay, so our cookies are done. We're going to take them out. See how they've got a little bit of golden on top from the egg? Okay, so now we're going to do a little taste test. Crunchy, almondy flavored. It's very, very good. Enjoy, and don't forget, BakeWithMom.com is where you can subscribe to get a recipe every Friday.